Hey, good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? Bearcat Sports Show. Doing a emergency pod real quick, man. Talk about this.
hmm
Man, these trades the Bears have decided to have put into place in the last 2 days. Uh, they won't become official until March 12th, if I remember correctly. March 12th. Sorry, guys.
March 12th, because that's when the new league year starts.
So you got a little bit. Sorry, got to hit a fan in the background. It's a little hot, but yeah, March 12th. So these are just they're setting. I mean, they're in place, but it's nothing official just yet. It won't be
Right, because they got to
official.
pass the physical and all that. Yeah, yeah.
It's got to go through the league office, the
The
proper
league
paperwork,
office.
all that good
Yeah.
stuff. But the new league year doesn't start until it starts in a few days. So, but
Literally, yeah. Literally next Wednesday. Next Wednesday's the start of the new league year. So,
so like always, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you have any comments. We'll try to get to as many as we can. Make sure you're following all of us. I'm sure Isaiah probably didn't. He might be either at work or he didn't really see it yet. But those are handles at the bottom for Twitter or X, for those who want to call it X, whatever. Um, Make sure you follow Rage Do Join for new content. This week, quick reminder for those who don't know, the refs call will be back this week. Gregory Bell. So check out our
oh
bro.
yeah, yeah, that'll be fun.
Getting down to the nitty gritty. He's done refing for the year for this season at least. So he'll be talking about the NBA basketball things going on. Prayers out for Kyrie Irving. Um,
Man,
Hopefully he heals
ACL,
up.
man, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
terrible.
so
That's terrible.
I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so Elise was the one that texted everybody this morning. So I'll let you go ahead and talk about the trade that
So,
just got announced.
so yes, the Chicago Bears have traded for All-Pro lineman Joe Thuney from the Kansas City Chiefs. They gave up what the trade comp is supposed to be is a 2026 fourth round pick that from the Bears to the Chiefs. So what that essentially means is we basically got an All-Pro lineman for a fourth round pick, which is rare considering you know the player that Joe Thuney is. This is a four-time Super Bowl champion.
Mhm.
Is a recent All Pro player. Like this kind of player usually doesn't become available. But with the Chiefs having to pay Trey Smith and they just paid Creed Humphrey, Joe Tooney, who's 32, I think 31 or 32, is due after the end of this season. And the Kansas City Chiefs obviously knew they couldn't afford him. So they move on from him, get younger on the offensive line. The Bears get pretty much a plug and play, immediate impact on the interior of the offensive line.
Yeah, he's
Um,
32.
they
Joe is 32. He'll be 33 in November.
32. So
33 in November.
this is insane. Like so,
Hmm.
not only that, the Bears also traded yesterday a six round pick.
Sixth rounder. Yeah.
They traded a 2025 six round pick, the one they got from Pittsburgh for Justin Fields. They traded that to the Rams
Hmm.
for Jonah Jackson.
Yep.
So Bears making moves on the interior offensive line. Joe Tooney plays left guard really, but he played left tackle for the Chiefs last year in a pinch because they really didn't have any other options last year. But I think he'll be put back at his left guard spot. That
Hmm.
at then you ask the question what happens with Jonah Jackson? Probably either
Probably
center or
right
right
guard.
guard. I would assume right guard. Um, and maybe Ryan Bates or Ricky Stromberg or whoever you sign in free agency could play center. But
Hmm.
I know one thing: there will be some competition for this offensive line. Like
Yeah.
there's going to be some competition. They're not just going to give jobs out. Tell you that. You got to
Yeah.
earn your spot. That's one thing.
The
So
way it's looking though, it look
the
like Braxton probably coming back as a starter. I mean, right now, I'm just saying.
yeah yeah
I don't know.
um
I'm not cementing it. I'm just saying.
yeah.
It looks like
Braxton's probably
Braxton.
back at left tackle. Darnell Wright stays at right tackle.
Yeah, he ain't going.
Then you have Joe Tooney, Jonah Jackson, and maybe you bring one more guy in here. Maybe Drew Dahlman or Ryan Kelly you bring in here for your center spot, and that's probably going to be your interior this season. So yeah,
I still,
and
and here's the thing, right? So I'm looking at, I'm looking at, uh, hold on, Zay. I'm looking at Joe Tooney's contract. He's got a 15.5 base this year, right?
yeah, they're taking the whole thing. I think they said.
And then so he is basically, I don't want to say a 1 year rental, but I mean
I
we'll
mean,
see.
we'll
We'll see what
see.
happens.
Maybe
But him and Jonah are basically on 1 year
yeah,
deals.
him and
Jonah has
Jonah
an
are
opt out.
basically 1 year rentals. So basically, we traded a fourth and a sixth for 1 year of
Hmm.
solid production.
Right.
There's Zay.
Yeah, there he is.
Zay,
Man,
you want to chime in?
man, I don't know. Man, I don't know what to say. I just, man, like to get this kind of player,
That
I
bro,
don't really know
that's
what
why
to
I was
say.
like, y'all better wake up right now. Like I'm so serious
Hmm.
right now. What just happened? Like
And by the way, we're still not taking a running back at 10. So any of those people out there that's trying
that
to
we
convince
might
themselves we're
now
taking a
though.
running back, that's out.
But here's the thing, though, right? I still say that I'm with Zay. I still think they should draft a lineman because if both of them are
Me
1 year
too.
deals and they're both long in the tooth, per se, well, I still would draft
Yeah.
a young offensive lineman and let him, if he needs to sit, let him sit. And then guess
Yeah,
what? He can come in because then, right now, Joe and Jonah are veterans. So they know
yeah,
it'll be easier for them to pick up the scheme. It won't take them as long. They know what the NFL game is like. So you get the other guy, whoever they draft, time to get his feet going, and you got a solid backup. You got depth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So positions, which we didn't really have. We've had decent fringe starters, but we ain't never really had no depth. No depth.
Now, if
Excuse
the
me.
rumors are
You know what
true and Mason Graham is really falling and he's there at 10, I'm running to the podium. I
I'm not
promise you that's
taking
who I'm
I'm
drafting
not
with.
taking Denty at top 10. I'm still not doing it.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm
I'm taking
still not doing
bro,
it.
I'm telling you, if Mason Graham is there at 10, I'm running to the podium. I'm not even playing you right now.
Hmm.
I'm turning in my card and saying Mason Graham is a Chicago Bear, bro. I'm not even
Okay.
No,
joshing you.
absolutely. Because why would you? So again, we talked about this on the show the other day. I still feel like the Bears have solid running backs. Don't get me wrong, Genty could be that guy. We don't know,
Right.
but at the same time, you look at other teams that have waited to get their star running back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They already built teams. You look at somebody. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about Philly because we already know Saquon. Well, shout out to Saquon. Congrats on an extension
Man,
of
his
2 years,
new
short
contract, he
extension.
got paid
First running back ever to have an average
$20
salary
million.
of $20 million. So congrats to him. He deserved it.
He
Well
blew up the
deserved.
market though.
Yeah, he did. He
James Cook
destroyed it.
about to be out of Buffalo, bro. They can't
Yeah,
afford
yeah,
that.
yeah.
James Cook
So
about to be out of Buffalo.
so that was good. But if you look at these teams, the teams that are solid, you know what I'm saying, teams that are competing for championship, you look at them, they got solid running backs, but they built their teams and then they brought in a running back. James Cook was only he's on second year, third year, something like that, third
Yeah,
year. So he ain't been there long, but they had already had a solid offensive line. Baltimore's the same way. They brought in Derek. They traded for Derrick Henry. They hope he be the missing piece. I mean, you know, who knows what happens next year because they probably be even better, especially now that as what's his name Ty Monken's back for his third year with Lamar, and then
hmm
now you got Derrick Henry for a second year, and you got the offensive line. I don't see Stanley. I'm messing that man name up. Ronnie Stanley going
Stanley.
anywhere because Lamar really wants him, and
You think they're
he's
gonna
great.
pay uh Ronnie Stanley?
I think so. I think they'll find. I think they'll do just like anybody else gonna do. Restructure somebody contract. They'll get money from whoever, Andrews or even Lamar. I mean, Lamar may give. You know what I'm saying? He may restructure his contract or Derek or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah,
get him back. Because you think about it, why would you let him go when your team is rolling? You know what I'm saying? You might as
yeah, I
well.
guess.
I mean, they get and here's the last point on Baltimore. Let's not forget, Zay Flowers was hurt.
Yeah,
He was
because
hurt.
Mark
They needed
Andrews,
him
Mark Andrews decided to have the worst game of his life in the biggest
exactly,
game of the year.
and they still could have had a chance to win without Zay
And
Flowers and number one receiver
like,
and Mark
bro,
Andrews having a
all
terrible
Mark
game.
Andrews had to do was catch the
Catch
football,
the
and they
ball,
would have won that game, bro.
catch the ball.
That
So
was wild.
that's all I'm saying. Like, yes, Genty is nice, but there'll be a guy right behind Genty. There's probably a guy in high school right now as a sophomore
Like,
killing it.
like
He probably could be the truth.
me personally, I'm not taking Genty. Like, I would take either Mason Graham if he falls that far, or a lineman. Like you said, I'm still taking a lineman, right? Like, shoot, that still wouldn't stop me from taking Calvin Banks if he's there. I'm
Because you,
just being for real.
cause you gotta
Like
look at it. Swift, we already have Swift. Swift has played under Ben,
Ben,
so he kind of had familiarity. So why would you go
yeah.
and get this other guy?
And
You know
with
what I'm saying?
Jamal Williams recently being cut, I could see him potentially signing with the Bears.
Right,
You know,
and then they still got
he
Roshan.
had his best career year under Ben Johnson. He had 17 touchdowns.
And again, and I said this on the show. We have not seen Roshan at 50% of what his potential is. They ain't using the man right. We all know that.
Right. So
So what
like
can
if
he
you
do
could
with Ben?
exactly. So if you could get someone like Jamal what's
Jamal Williams,
Williams,
yeah.
and I'm still taking Kelvin Banks. If he's there, I'm taking him at 10, Kelvin
Hmm.
Banks, and I
Hmm.
have him compete with Braxton for the left tackle spot.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then
Yep.
and then
Well,
the
if
the
Mason
loser
Graham's
can
there, we
be
getting Mason. I'm sorry.
the loser can be the backup. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that just because we trade for two guys, that's not going to stop me from taking
And
the
it
trenches in the
it,
draft.
it don't stop me from drafting interior early in the second round. It don't stop me from doing that.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Right.
no, because these guys are basically at right now, anyways. They're 1 year rentals. So, like you said, if I still have an opportunity to get interior guys in the draft, I'm still gonna do it. Like if
I
Grace Abel's there at 39,
Hmm.
I'm still taking him.
I
Yes,
think
I
Right.
that
am. Like,
I
why
think
not?
that
You know?
I think the angle is I think that probably believe they can get a couple of more years out of Tooney, and I think, in my opinion, it's really like a
So
1 year
they extend
rental.
him.
I don't know if they'll. I think they can get a cup like what is it, Tooney 32.
So they'll have to
I think they can
they'll
get
have to
3 more
extend
years
him
out of
then.
him.
Be right back, y'all.
The-
Be right back.
all right, they'll have to extend him because he's on his last year of his contract right now.
Yeah, I think they could probably get 3 more years out of like probably like 35. They can get to there for him. I think
Yeah, I
the
mean, at
really
this age, he don't look like he's slowing down. So
I think really the 1 year guy is Jonah.
Jonah.
Yeah.
So I'm still drafting interior though.
I'm
That's
still doing
still
that. That
yeah.
don't stop me. I'm still doing it.
That's not gonna stop me. Like I said, if Grace Abel's there at 39, yeah, I take him with my 39th pick. You know, have him sit under a year under Jonah and Joe, and then I have him take over next year. But um, yeah, no, it's not stopping me from taking offensive linemen in the draft. But um, it's a start for what the Bears are trying to do, which is build the offensive line. I know people have had complaints over the years about the offensive line. So at this point, for me, that means I don't want to hear a word about the offensive line anymore. Like I don't,
Yeah, and we need
I
to
don't want to hear words about it no more.
people need to
Like,
stop giving Ryan Poles so much freaking credit when it's the freaking
like,
head coach telling him
no more.
what they should do.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear excuses this year. Like,
Joe
you
Tooney will
literally
be a
have
captain.
you
What y'all
literally
talking about?
have the best. You literally have the best interior lineman outside of Trey Smith on your team. You got a solid guy in Jonah Jackson. So like I really don't want I like the first person I see using an excuse of the offensive line, I'm coming at you with swords and machetes. Like
Joe
I don't want to hear it. I
Joe
don't.
Tooney will be the only captain on the freaking offensive line.
No excuses.
He will be the only guy.
Like
Mm.
I'm so serious when I say that. I will come with knives and machetes if I hear
We
excuses
just
about the offensive line. I don't
we
want to
just
hear
need
it.
to we
So
just need to go ahead and replace Braxton and continue to move forward.
I don't
Like
want to
we
hear
what?
that.
So what do y'all? So what do y'all think? So our family Ned still thinks that Jonah Jackson is depth. He don't think
Yeah,
he's
for
ready.
$18 million, he better not be.
Yeah.
no,
He
that
feels
dude
he's depth.
starting. That dude playing.
Yeah, he's starting
Yeah.
somewhere, right guard or center.
I
Not for
mean,
the
he
money
played
we
right
paying
guard.
him.
He played right guard before. I know he's
He
played
did.
mostly left guard, but
He played mostly left, but he played right guard.
He
He
gonna
he
have
played
to
ain't
right
play
he
guard.
ain't
right guard
switching.
because Tooney too good over there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
ain't moving Thuney. Heck
you're
no.
not moving Tooney, so you can. And
And
Jonah said he already said he can play wherever they need him to play.
yeah,
So he's fine with if he's got to play right guard, he'll play right guard. He doesn't care.
Right,
Like
right, right,
if he's got to play center, he'll play center too. As long as he gets
yeah.
to play, he doesn't care where he lines up at. So
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
if
he
they
knows.
told him, if they say, "Hey Jonah, can you play right guard?" He'll say yes. He'll be like, "Yeah, I could do it." So
Yeah.
I think that's the plan. If I had to guess, like I said, we won't know until this stuff gets finalized because it can't get finalized until March 12th. But if I had to guess, Jonah Jackson will be right guard, Joe Tooney left guard, center. Maybe you figure that out in free agency or in the draft. I'd still draft a guy, Jared Wilson. You heard that, but I mean, you still have Ricky Strongberg, who you signed to a future and reserves contract, so he
Hmm.
still could be an option as well. I
Hmm.
wouldn't completely rule him out of the picture. So there's some options, but there's definitely going to be competition on this team. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. The
Go
best
ahead
the
and
best
And I'm
five are going
sure,
to play.
Ben, and like you said, if Jonah already came out and said he'll play wherever they need him to, I'm sure him and Ben already had conversations.
Right.
And
Exactly.
I would be, I would go out and I'll go out on a limb and say he already told them they was in the works trying to trade for Joe. So he
Right.
already knew. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he already knows. I'm sure they already told Joe where they expect to play him at. Um, we are like you said, we already know Darnell ain't going nowhere.
Right.
This means that Tev ain't coming back
No,
unless
Tev. I knew he
Tevin is
wasn't coming
unless
back when
they
we
he is a
traded
plan
for Jonah.
fried chicken right now.
unless they plan
When we
Jonah
traded for
unless they put
Jonah,
Jonah at center unless they put Jonah
when
at
we
center.
traded for Jonah, I knew he wasn't coming back.
He's a fried chicken right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like, yeah,
Yeah.
Tevin's definitely not coming back now.
yeah, yeah.
Eh,
I don't envision him coming back, but if he did, that would be crazy.
If he did, I mean, you could have him and Jonah battle it out for right guard. That would be insane.
Hmm.
Or you
The
could just
battle of
put
the
Jonah at
injuries.
center, or you could put Jonah at center and have Tevin at right guard.
The battle of the injuries.
You said the battle of the injuries. You
But
silly.
hey, to Joe Tooney's credit, he's only missed 2 games in his entire career, and they were in 2022.
Yep.
Very
He does
good.
not. That man
I like to
doesn't miss
say.
games like at all. And for
Yep.
someone his age, that's pretty impressive.
It is. Yep.
But to me,
Like he doesn't miss games.
in the midst of all of this, it's impressive because we still got like what, freaking 4 picks in the top freaking 75 and the top 75 picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just saw that. Hold on. Let me see if
like
I can find it.
golly.
Like
I
but
just had
no,
it.
I still think at number 10 should be the trenches, whether defensive or offensive
They still
trenches.
got 4 picks right now.
But
10, 39, 41, and 72.
but it
Yeah.
goes back to what Olin was saying. Olin was saying get veterans in here, and
Mm-hmm.
then you usher in rookies behind those veterans, and then hopefully down the line those guys can take the next step to get in the starting lineup. This is exactly what Olin said like
See,
a couple of weeks ago.
I don't. And so, okay, so I'm just looking. I'm just looking through the timeline while you talk. I'm sorry, Zane, to interrupt you.
Oh, you
But
cool?
everybody's like, you know, some people ask what's gonna happen with Brax and all that other stuff. Like, look, man, Joe Tooney played left tackle because he had to.
Right.
It wasn't that he won't. It's not like they was like, yeah, he's gonna be our left tackle. No, he played left tackle because the other guy stunk. He was trash.
Right. They
And we
didn't they
talk about
really
this.
didn't have any other options. And you saw
Right.
what happened when they put Joe Tooney at left tackle. Yeah, he was great, but their left guard who was backing him up stunk.
Yeah.
Like he stunk. Like he was terrible. So and they put him in a bind. And I think that's part of what cost them in the Super Bowl was they had to play Joe at left tackle and then they had to play Mike Caliendo at left
Mhm.
guard and he's just not good.
So they have like guys on the offensive line move all the time. It ain't. I mean, yes, you want the guy to be at his best position possible, right? But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you got to move a person around.
So
Sometimes
I
you
don't
got to
I
put.
don't think Braxton moves. I don't think
think
Joe
so either.
Tooney. I think Joe Tooney will be at left guard. Actually I'm 99% sure that that's where he'll be
Well,
playing. I'm
well,
like 99% sure of that.
y'all. Guess what? Well, guess we'll have a freaking captain on the offensive line.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, Joe Tooney. Yeah.
He absolutely gonna be a captain.
About
That man,
time.
that man, an
Like
All Pro, four
I mean
time Super
Cody
Bowl
was the
champion.
last one, wasn't he?
Yes,
Yeah, Cody
Yeah,
was.
Cody was. But yeah, I mean, Joe Tooney is going to be left guard. I'm like 99% positive on that. Actually, I'm very positive on that. I don't think he'll be left tackle. Um, I'd be surprised if he was.
Yeah.
Um, unless they need him in like an emergency situation. But I really think
Agree.
he'll be a left guard.
What you think of Steve O? I know you ain't on the show, but what you think? What you think that the offensive line gonna look like? Because I know you
Ooh.
ain't going
I
with
can't stress
Crouch.
how good this move
I
this
want to
is.
see what Steve O think. Cause yeah,
It was insane. Like I was literally just like scrolling through Twitter, and then Ian Rappaport just shows up on my timeline, and I'm like, "Yo, what the
Hey, Julius,
freak?"
I love how people think that because we got Joe Tooney that we could possibly take a running back at 10. I love
but
how
that don't mean nothing, man.
that don't
I
mean
again,
that.
we just was talking about it. Like,
This is
okay, I
just
get it,
getting started. We're just
right?
getting started with rebuilding the offensive line. Like,
Like,
if
come
you
on,
think we're
man.
gonna stop at Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson, then you're kidding yourself.
No, but
I get it, man.
to me the mic drop moment is not only do they go out and get Jonah, but they go out and get Joe
Hmm.
Tooney. Like they already making it and like a freaking effort to go out here and go after the line strictly. That is the mic drop moment for me. And I can't. We know they're not gonna lure down to not freaking pick a defensive player if it falls to
That's
them
what I
in that
said.
fourth.
If Mason
That's fine.
Graham is his stock really is falling and he's there at 10, I'm running to the podium. I
Right.
promise I
For
am.
the people that's like, oh, we can just get defensive linemen in the second round. They will
No.
not lure. They will not lower their their boards. First of all, their boards look a lot different than
Bro,
ours.
I
I don't
promise
think
you,
they're
if
gonna
Mason Graham is
pass
there
up
at
on good
10,
talent just to freaking take a running back. It's not
bro,
happening.
if Mason Graham is there at 10, bro, I promise you they'll probably take him. Like, that's like the best defensive player in the draft.
Yeah, I think it's.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me they're gonna pass on Mason Graham for
I don't see.
Ashton Genty.
I
I
found it a
don't see
hard
it.
world. I found it hard if they pass on the Georgia boy and Mason Graham. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, we said it before. I'm sorry, Genty is a luxury pick, honestly, at that position, at that spot. It's the same thing with Rome. We already did that, so we're gonna do it 2 years in a row.
Can't do it.
When you had a chance to get everybody, what he said, everybody gotta go. Yeah,
Like,
that's what we yeah. Yeah,
Just like
everybody's gonna say pick Genty, but we don't. We ain't. I'm not subscribing to that.
we
I'm
could
not
have
I'm
still
not
had Jared
subscribing to that.
Verse. We
Like,
could have had
I,
Jared Verse.
bro, like, could you imagine a line with Gervon and Mason Graham plus Billings?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
like, bro, like our interior would be insane.
It
And
might
so,
even
Like,
trade back. Yeah.
did you see what somebody said? They might move Gervon. Somebody was saying they should move Gervon to the edge, and he was
It's
like,
not
nah,
happening.
"Yeah, that's
nah,
like no."
nah,
That's
Straight
their
nah.
up
Don't
said
do
no.
that.
Like
that's
not
the agenda
happening.
No.
they want to push because they believe that they're gonna lower their boards and not take a defensive lineman.
I,
Well,
I
and
think they
potentially
I think
trade
they
back.
I think they'll only trade back if Mason Graham ain't there. Like if Mason Graham falls to them at 10, I think they stay there and just take him
Mm-hmm.
there. If I had to guess. Like let's say Mason Graham gets past Vegas or something, right? Or the Jets and he doesn't get picked and he falls to them at 10, I think they stay at 10. Cuz I think if they trade back they won't be able to get him. So I think if he
I
falls to them
have
at 10, I think they stay there. If not, if he's gone, then I think, yeah, you might see them trade
I
back. But
have
I
a
think
hard
if
time
Mason
believing.
Graham is there for them at 10, I could see them staying there and taking him at
I
number 10.
have a hard time believing that they would trade back with uh that guy from Georgia. I can't. I just
Michael Williams?
I have a hard time thinking that they would pass. They
Yeah,
would
that's what
trade
I'm
back
saying. I think they would only trade back if the
if those guys
board
aren't there.
if the board allowed it. But I don't think they're just gonna not if certain players fall. If certain players are still there at number 10 for them to take, I don't think they move. I don't.
If you have a situation where you have Shamar Stewart and James Pierce, I think they would trade back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think if certain guys, like you said, if Michael Williams is still there, if Mason Graham is still there, I don't think they move. I don't. No. I
And then
think
we
they'll
also
be
got to talk
content.
about Yeah, my
and
bad.
be like, yeah, we'll take one of those two guys at number 10.
And even if they didn't trade back at the 10th spot, we also got to look at potential trade back at 39 because I think you got a good enough.
Maybe.
I would be fine with trading back a little bit there.
I mean, if
Not too much.
Zabel's there at 39,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd trade back.
like if they want to go running back, I will be perfectly fine
Now,
with trading
if
back.
they want to go running back with one
I
of
would
those
trade
two
back.
picks, because don't they have two second rounders? They got two second rounders.
Yeah, I would trade back.
So
Yeah,
so if they want one of those running backs, yeah, I wouldn't mind trading back for that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I do think, I don't know. My board is probably different from a lot of people's. For me personally, I'm not moving back if Mason Graham's there, and I'm not
no,
moving back if Grace Abel's there for me at 39.
no,
If I
I'm
could get
definitely
those two players at 10 and 39, uh, that's an A for me. So,
yeah,
and then maybe snag a running back with my one of my second round picks. So,
yeah. I
and
just feel like a lot of this stuff.
at 72, I probably take one of them defensive ends if they're left, or one of them safeties if they're left. Like if they could get Sebastian Castro at like 72, I'd take him at 72.
I
That
think
dude from Iowa, the safety from Iowa.
yeah, I think I like Sebastian Castro. I got a fourth round grade on the kid.
Right.
I wouldn't
That's
be
why I
sad.
said 72.
I wouldn't mind it.
If we could get him at 72, I wouldn't hate that. If we could get him at 72, he's from the area, so I mean, if we could get him, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah,
And
I would be.
and then that would be my draft. And then for UDFA's, I'm signing a long snapper. I'm signing one of these long snappers. There's some pretty good ones. There's Austin Brinkman from West Virginia. There's William Wagner from Michigan. There's that dude Luke Elzine from
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Iowa. So I'd sign a long snapper
We,
as a
we
UDFA.
we also got to
Um,
look. We also got to look because I found it. I would love. I don't know. I don't know if the Bears are high on them, but Darius Alexander.
ooh,
Sorry,
ooh,
but
yes, from
if
Toledo.
the way the
Yes, he's
board
on
look
my
at,
board.
I might not go running back in the second round.
Yeah, he's on my board. Darius
Because
Alexander's
that
on my
dude,
board. Yep.
Pretty good, huh?
He's awesome. He is awesome.
all you gotta do is turn on that tape, man. That dude,
Man, I'm telling you, Julius, this man
that
is
dude is
awesome.
crazy.
He had a really good Senior Bowl. He explodes off the tape. Played with Quinyon Mitchell at Toledo.
Yeah,
Yep.
So, yeah, I would take Darius Alexander. Definitely would.
if you get a
Like if you can't get Mason Graham or and you take like Kelvin Banks, but then you get Darius Alexander, that's
yep.
still an
Mm-hmm.
A plus in my book. Still an A plus. So yeah, I
Yeah.
shoot.
I also
Like
like the boy from Ohio State, JT. I like him more
oh
than
JT to a Mullow.
I
Yeah, I
like
think he
him more
goes
than
end of the first. I
Yeah.
think he'll
yeah.
end up end of the first round.
His
Like
stock
I
was high before the season, wasn't it? Wasn't it
yeah,
high?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then his stock dropped.
That's because he went back to school. People wanted him to come out last year.
He better than Sawyer.
He is better than Sawyer. I don't get
A
the
lot
Jack
of people
Sawyer hype.
agree.
Oh yeah, nah,
I don't
yeah,
get the Jack Sawyer hype at all, bro.
yeah. Jack Sawyer, yeah.
You could tell like
Nah,
Jack
I'm
Sawyer,
not.
like
Yeah, all right. Jack
I
Sawyer,
don't get the Jack
Jack
Sawyer hype.
J-
Sawyer. Look, Jack Sawyer is a system player to me. You know what I'm saying?
Jack
So, hold on.
Jack Sawyer is like a top heavy player with like he's the type of guy that probably look to me what I see from him. He's very top heavy, and
Yeah,
his lower body is not fully
yeah,
developed. And I feel like that's great. That's cool in college when you can freaking out muscle somebody or freaking just have some different physicality. That Steve O said that Jack Sawyer is raw as he
yeah,
raw
yeah.
as hell.
He's
Like you got to put his lower body up. You
why you
got to
gotta
put his
be a
lower body
slow
up.
JJ Watt? JJ Watt is a legend. I don't even think yeah, no. He's
Yeah,
not even on a JJ Watt level.
like
Heck, he's not on a TJ Watt level either.
I feel like what I seen from JT and Sawyer, JT can handle a pulling guard. Jack
Yeah,
Sawyer will get washed out of the play because his lower body is not fully developed yet, and I don't know how much he can still add to his lower body. I would assume he can because he's a big dude, but he got more. He need to add more muscle, lower body wise. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
two.
I'm not a fan of Jack Sawyer like that. I'm not.
Said Jack is a slow A word JJ
He ain't
Watt.
even JJ Watt. He ain't even TJ Watt,
He's
dog.
just a freaking bull rush right now. It'd be nice if we can get some moves.
I
Yeah.
don't know about all that. Yeah, but whatever. We ain't talking about him no more. Like I don't know, man. I mean, I'm glad that they're finally making some solid picks. Honestly, this is what we've been wanting Poles to do for the last 3 years now.
I mean, for real, like
He's
it's
been
like he
playing
didn't know what
games
offensive line meant. I'm just like,
like
dude,
You know you're doing something right when Olin Kreutz is happy.
right. I literally
exactly,
just
bro.
I'm looking
Like,
at the tweet right
finally,
now.
freaking do something.
Yeah, yeah. If y'all didn't see it, I'll show y'all real quick.
Like, oh, I saw
Oh,
it. I definitely saw it.
you
He
might
was
see it.
like, he used the chair meme. He used that
Yeah,
chair meme where the guy goes, "Yep." That's my
yeah. It
favorite
says
meme,
Joe
bro.
Jackson and Jonah Jackson and
And
Tooney.
Joe Tooney, he said, "Yes, please. Let me pop a
Yeah,
chair.
You
Let
know
me
he
pop a chair."
co-signed the Bears offensive line coach Dan Richard because he was coached by him.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
He was the ins
yeah,
and outs of the guy.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this is what we've all been asking for. So now I say no excuses. I bet not
Will,
see an ounce of blame go to the offensive line
Will
ever again.
Campbell, Will
Yeah,
Campbell seemed like a luxury right now.
Like I'm so,
it
and
does.
I'm so
It does.
serious. Like I'm literally
But
so
you know what?
serious.
I mean, if he's there, I'm
I'm
running to the
still
podium.
taking him.
I don't care.
I'm
The
about to
heck?
say,
You can
man,
never have
Yeah.
enough
Oh,
offensive
yeah.
linemen.
turning
I'm
to that
so
car
serious.
real quick.
Because
You
think about
can
it. All right,
never you can never have enough offensive linemen.
right.
I'm
And see,
still taking them. Yes, I
and
am.
let's say Braxton becomes solid, right? Well, guess what? Joe Tooney ain't got too much longer. He probably gonna
Exactly.
retire soon. So if you get Will Campbell and all this talk about he can play guard, okay. Well, guess what? There you go. Or
Exactly.
you still got depth. Like he's good.
Right. You
Will
you still
Campbell is
need
good.
depth, and
Yeah. Like
that's what I think people don't get. You still need depth, so you can still draft guys and develop them. Like this isn't the end of us building the offensive line. This shouldn't be the end anyway. This shouldn't be the end. This is only two pieces. This is only the beginning, the foundation of what Poles and Ben are trying to do. But I think we're still gonna see us draft some guys in the draft, and they should. They should. You always need a succession plan, and you always want to have quality depth for in case someone gets hurt. I mean, look at Detroit. Detroit has quality depth
exactly.
inside and out, right? All they
Exactly.
really need is a backup center. But like, look, when what's his name? When Graham Glasgow couldn't play against the Bears, guess what? They put Christian Mahogany in there, and didn't their line didn't miss a beat at all.
Yep.
At all. It didn't miss a beat. And that dude was a rookie. Like
Yep.
good teams have quality depth in and out. I mean, look at the Eagles when Cam Jurgens couldn't play and Landon Dickerson, right? Guess
Mm-hmm.
what? The backups didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss a
Didn't miss
single
a beat.
beat. They
Didn't miss
kept it
a beat.
going. So, like this is the start. I
Let's
applaud him for it, but this shouldn't be the end. This shouldn't be the end at all. And I don't think it will
nah,
be.
nah.
I
You
don't
got
think
to You got to continue to build.
Yep.
Need we all know our offensive line hasn't been stellar at all. So they need something solid in front of Caleb. Because we saw that no matter how good he is, he was still a rookie. He still struggled with protection. He struggled with some other things. He needed somebody solid up front to help him because all that he can get the ball out quick. It ain't matter because the man still took. Correct me if I'm wrong. 60. How many
he
that?
had
68.
68 sacks.
60.
68 sacks.
68 sacks,
That's insane. That's a high
and
bar.
almost half of them was on him. So
Yeah,
I think
46%.
40,
That's
yeah,
insane.
46% or something like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, while he showed real signs of promise, he still needs somebody up front to block for him. Because
So,
Darnell
yeah,
Wright,
so
what Darnell Wright give up? One sack or two?
one
Ooh,
one sack, I think. One
yeah,
sack.
One.
he was good
One.
last year.
One. The man gave
But
up one.
but the PFF boys will say he was bad. I freaking
Right.
we
That's
Here's the
stopped
why I
thing.
the
don't
PFF
disprove
off the line.
PFF.
Darnell Wright played hurt some of the season. And we
Yeah, he
talked
did.
about it during the
Remember,
season.
but you and I talked about that, Julius.
Yes.
Remember, I
Yep.
said you could tell when he plays hurt and when he doesn't. Because when
We talked
Darnell
about
Wright doesn't play hurt, he's one of the best tackles in the game. Like, I'm so serious. Like,
it.
the
It's not
tape
even
don't
it's
lie,
not
bro.
even like for real.
It's
Like
not even close.
I think a lot of fans, a lot of Bears fans got to really look close at Darnell Wright and really and stop overanalyzing and look. That man is top 5 easily.
Yes, he is.
He's not hurt. It's not even. And even when he's hurt, he's still
He's
top
still
10.
top 15. Even when he's
Yeah,
hurt, he's still top
that good.
15.
And he was this man was blocking with one arm.
Literally, for some of the season, he was
Come
blocking
on,
with one arm and only
that man is
surrendered
good.
one sack.
So,
One sack.
imagine putting somebody solid next to him. Like when they had Tevin, and everybody's like, "Man, put Tev back over there." What he looked like when Tev was over there? You wasn't getting nowhere. So again,
I
you don't
mean,
know.
remember when they had Tevin and Darnell on the right side?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
Stonewalls.
Yes, Stonewall.
Who was stopping? Nobody was stopping them on that right side, bro. Not a soul was stopping them.
So they
Mr.
wouldn't get
Kelly, you next.
Hey, I wouldn't mind Ryan Kelly, bro. Like,
now they get Ryan Kelly.
they get Ryan Kelly. Your interior is
It's scary hours.
like, cause Ryan Kelly, yeah, he's a little bit older and he's had some injury concerns recently, but he's still one of the best centers
Still
in
good
the
city.
league, and
And
like he's
You can
really
get a
good
couple
at
years
like
out of him.
he's really good at protections and stuff, right? Like he's really
Mhm.
good at getting the guys where they need to be. He's really smart. He's really good with like younger quarterbacks because that's what he's worked with mostly
Yeah.
is younger quarterbacks. So he can help them understand the protections and what they need to
Yep.
do, where he's gonna be, where the lineman's gonna be. So someone like that to help Caleb, I wouldn't hate it. Like I don't hate Drew Dahlman. I know that's who Bears fans want. He is still 26. Like Ryan Kelly's like 30, I think
31.
31, 30.
He'll
Yeah,
be 32
31.
when the season starts. I
Like
just looked
he's
it up.
seen everything. He's literally seen it all. And he's
Absolutely.
worked with multiple kinds of quarterbacks because he worked with Luck and then Philip Rivers and then freaking Matt Ryan, Anthony Richardson. So he's worked with all different kinds of quarterbacks. So he has that experience as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, so he knows working with someone like Caleb, he wouldn't miss a beat at all. Like,
No,
at
no.
all.
31 years
Ain't,
old, Ryan
He's
ain't
Kelly.
seen
need
it all. He knows it all. He can get the guys where they need to be. He's
and
worked
he needs
again.
that.
He's worked alongside of Quinn Nelson, who's also an All-Pro left guard. So him working against next to Thuney and Jonah Jackson, bro,
Mhm.
he'd be just as good as he's been in Indy.
And
So,
y'all got to remember. I mean,
and the only reason Indy isn't keeping him is because they got really good play from their rookie they
mhm,
had last year, their
mhm.
backup rookie. That's the only reason they're not keeping him. But if they didn't get solid play from their rookie they picked up last year, he'd be back with them. But
Right, because they would
that's the
need
only
they need
that's
to
the
stop.
only reason he's not going to be back.
They need a stopgap. They need
Right.
somebody there.
Somebody
You
just
need
said
somebody there, man.
Josh Simmons just become a legit possibility for the Bears in the first round.
Josh
I
Simmons.
wouldn't hate that. You could redshirt him for a year. Let him recover from his ACL, right, or Achilles. He popped his Achilles tendon. You
Mhm.
take him first round, and you let him recover. Let him redshirt this year. I wouldn't hate
Yeah,
that at all. I definitely wouldn't hate that.
that yeah. So we,
I wouldn't hate that at all.
they got some
They have
they got some
options.
possibility. They got options, man.
They
And I
have options. That's
and
that's what
I still think they're gonna I still think they're gonna go offensive defensive line in the draft. I still think
yeah.
unless they trade down. Like I said, I just think that if you draft Genty right now, that's a luxury pick, man. You don't need that.
Right.
Like
And
he
plus
basically,
Need
this is a loaded running back class. You
he
don't need them
basically,
either. It's a
he-
loaded running back class.
what
I
you
would
say,
be
Zay?
really mad at Ben Johnson if he did that. Really freaking mad at the
But
guy.
also, like I said, if they end up signing someone like Jamal Williams, you won't really need a running back anyway. So,
At least not not definitely not in the first round. I still
not in the
take
And,
first
him.
round, no.
and they gotta have the time to do their homework. You gotta remember Eric Bieniemy is a running back coach, so he's
Exactly.
gonna let you know what he thinks. And again, Ben has history with DeAndre Swift. He
Yep.
knows what he can and what he can't do.
Yep.
Uh, and so we'll see what happens, man. And it's funny, man, because I forgot about talk about this on the show. Speaking of Ben, because Ben was talking about you don't block, you don't get the rock, and people like, oh, DJ got a block. Do y'all know DJ had a better block rate than St. Brown? Like
Yeah.
it's like it was
Yeah.
destroyed that man as far as like
I mean,
block rate percentage.
that
So
logic
y'all
could be
need to
used.
stop with the
That
DJ
logic
boy
could be
thing.
used for everybody because
Exactly.
they can't freaking block either. He
Rome was terrible at blocking.
Yeah,
Like,
Rome
let's
was
be
not
for
a
real.
good blocker, bro. Rome
And
was out there getting
y'all, some of y'all
Rome was out there getting
guys,
waffled.
that man is getting destroyed.
Rome
Yeah,
was out there getting waffled, bro.
That
So
don't exclude Cole Komet either. Like
yeah,
it
no.
none of
Cole,
them
Cole
dudes.
too, because Cole is like,
I'm just happy. I'm just happy. Ben's there because Ben will actually use Cole.
yes,
Yeah,
Freaking teach
yeah.
Caleb to throw the tight ends, please.
yes, man,
Because
please,
tight ends are a
for the
big
love,
part
for the
of
love.
a Ben Johnson offense. I promise they are. I'm telling you right now.
He got
Cole
to use.
Komet will be used.
Cole
He
Komet, you
got to
better
use.
be doing
I
some
just need
Pilates.
Caleb to throw to him. That
Better
would be
get
I
nice.
didn't
Texas
think
Cole
I
Caleb,
didn't
Komet.
think
please
Cole
throw to.
Komet need to do that. I just think that he. I first of all, okay, so we talk about it, and we talk. I don't feel like I feel like this team was mismanaged as far as their talent, right? I just feel like, and y'all, at least sort of disagree. I just feel like Fluke's just his coaching style just was not good for this team. Like
It
Mm-mm.
wasn't.
No,
he's so
No.
vanilla and he's so scary. Like you have all these you had all this talent and you just so scared to use it. And that cost him a lot of games, cost him his job because he coached scared instead of coaching to his and letting his guys do what they gotta do. You could tell the players were frustrated, like, man, let us play. And he wouldn't let them play. So
let us play, man.
Ben Johnson gonna let them play. And he already told them, get ready. Cause
Like,
yeah, you
yeah,
wanna
like,
play, you better show it.
like,
Man.
what is the heat seeking mission on freaking third down? Freaking up the seam, wide freaking open
Mm.
every freaking time. It man, I can't tell you how many times I didn't seen a play on third down for the Bears for years, where even when Lovey was here, we just giving up stuff up the seam every time because we want to sit back and play Tampa 2 and all of that type of stuff. I could create an argument Lovey was better at playing that stuff than Eberflus was.
Yeah, he's definitely better at it.
He's a definitely more aggressive, but it's just like, man, we need to be aggressive. We need to be aggressive. We need to be ready to put teams out, and we need to be ready to go for the knockout punch when we got the freaking lead, and we
I
can't.
think you could see it, man. You could see it just thinking about it. Like the guys that were aggressive on their own, they made the plays, but there's also guys you got to put in position. And one name I'm thinking about is Tremaine Edmonds. You could tell
Yeah.
that man a whole aggressiveness was taken out of that man. You could see
Mhm.
it. Think about what he looked like in Buffalo compared to the last 2 years in Chicago. You could tell he was just like, what I'm supposed to do? Like, cause this don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And even I would even say TJ took a step back this year. His
Yeah,
aggressiveness
I
fell
agree.
off. So it's like, why did TJ all of a sudden he was playing like a man with his hair lit on fire last year, but this past season he regressed. I don't think that because that
I
man is
don't think.
bad. I just think they just got tired of listening to Eberflus talk.
And I think another issue is those guys haven't really been seductive to losing a lot. And
Yeah,
when you losing a lot like that, a lot of guys don't know how to react to losing a lot like that. And that's now we see when you don't have a freaking head coach what it looks like, and then like you got players that are so used to winning, like you can literally drain you can drain these players. Like that's why I was glad that they moved on from Eberflus
yeah.
quickly because we don't need him to do
I
any more
still feel
damage.
like they waited too late. I would have fired him before the season.
Oh yeah, I would have fired.
Yeah.
I would have I would have fired him after the Commanders game. He should have been fired there if we really want to talk about in the season.
He should
Or
never
better
been
yet,
in. He
after
should
the
never
Texans.
been
He
the
should have
coach of
never
this
been in
team.
that position.
Yeah,
He should never
That's
been
what
here,
I'm
man.
saying.
Plain and simple. He should have never been here. But
That's what I'm saying. Like he
but
should have
it,
been fired before the season.
yeah, I
but
agree.
remember that's why. But remember I said, and even and what's his name press conference. I'm like, yeah, he still ain't. And I told y'all this in the group chat. I still feel like he still ain't learned all his lessons.
Oh
But
yeah,
also these moves show me that Ben has more power than Flus had.
yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, Jonah
But that's what I
Jackson
Kevin
was
was
a
Warren
Ben move.
saying, Julia. That's what I was
Jo-
saying. Like,
Jonah
Kevin
Jackson was a
Warren,
Ben move. It
yeah.
was a Ben move all
And
day.
you could tell Kevin Warren them had to talk with that man like, look, yeah, you had your chance. Now you got to do what we need you to do. So if he say he need this, you got to get him. I don't care what you think. So whatever. It's like so. I feel like yes, Ryan Post probably did the leg work, but Ben Johnson's like, nope, this is the guy I need, and he
Yeah.
can't really say he don't have the he can't say no right now because
no,
No, because people were mad like yesterday when Jonah Jackson got traded. I'm like, this is a Ben move. I'm like, I'm telling y'all right now, this is a Ben move. Like Ben knows Jonah Jackson better than you and I do. Like this is a Ben move. He probably pounded the table for this, And so he's going to have a spot on this team. Where? I don't know. But he's going to have a spot on this team because that's a Ben guy, and that's who Ben wanted, and Ben pounded the table
He
for him.
needed somebody he could trust.
Yep.
You can see, like I'm like that's what I was saying. Like when he got the first couple of weeks into his hire, he started hiring his staff.
Mm-hmm.
I said this got to be something that was talked about that's tied into all of this because I don't believe Ben Johnson is coming here if he don't get full insurance. One of the reasons, my first reason is if he don't get full insurance that he got full autonomy of the freaking roster. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's like I just like
Yeah.
I'm like this dude got to have some type of
that was one of the things he wanted though. Heading
Yeah,
into his coaching cycle is he wanted control of the roster.
Yep.
He wanted guys that he could say, "This is the guy I want." And yeah, I mean, I don't blame Ben for that. And that's why that's why I tweeted out yesterday. I said, "Y'all, the same people complaining about the offensive line are the same ones complaining that we traded for an offensive lineman." Like, trust Ben and his vision. Isn't that what y'all been saying all up until now? So if you trust Ben, just trust and know what and trust on what he's doing, right? Trust that he knows what he's doing, trust his vision, and see how it goes. Me personally, wait and see, right? Wait till the pads come on. I want to see what they look like in the pads when they're actually hitting each other, right?
Exactly.
You know, when games are played. Right now, you could say, because this has been us the past few years. We look good on paper. On paper, I'm sick of on paper. Show me on the field. You know,
right, exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we still only won 5 games last year.
Right.
Yeah.
After winning 7 the year before that. So, like, you got to show me, bro. Like, show me on the field. Show me with the pads on. But on paper, they look all right.
They look good. Yeah, they look
on
decent.
paper.
They
still got to see
good.
it. Still got to see it in the games on the field. Yeah. But on paper, I'll give them an A. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I think that so far so good. You know what I'm saying? That they're starting it out pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Free agency is right around the corner.
Exactly.
We'll
have that covered too.
How much cap do we have right now?
Well, it dropped.
It was 82.
So subtract 30 from what we had.
Yeah, 82.
So about 52.
If I remember, it's 82. Let me see.
So about 53 because Jonah and Joe are about 15 million each. So about 50-ish million left.
Yeah. I think
so. We have about 50 million-ish left.
Hold on, I'm looking at Sport Track right now. So now the Bears real time are at 45.
45. Okay. That's not bad.
So they dropped from third highest to now they're at 12.
Yeah.
So
not bad. So yeah, they
but they got 2 solid offensive linemen.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because you know you could they may restructure some guys. We don't know.
Exactly.
It's too
early. Lose some money and stuff. Yeah.
So
Dominique Robinson, buddy. See your freaking door.
Cut. Snip.
He probably gone unless Dennis Allen really thinks he can make some of this, man. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Snip. Bye, D-Rob.
I don't see him stand. I don't see him stand. But I mean, Dennis Allen. We don't know. We don't know what he plans to do. You know what I'm saying? So Billings will be back, so that's a big help. And who knows? We may get Mason Graham, maybe not, probably not. I hope we do.
I promise you, Julius, if we get Mason Graham, Julius, I'm crying. I'm crying, Julius. I'm so serious.
They say
I'm crying.
$26 million.
They said what?
His cap hit is a $26 million.
Who?
Man, cap hit. Joe Thuney.
Damn.
No, it was. I thought it was.
Yeah. They gonna restructure that. Yeah. They gonna restructure that to lower the cap hit.
Because I just looked at his contract. It wasn't that high.
Yeah, I don't think that don't sound right. Because I think we owe him what 17, 15 million, something like that. That don't sound right.
His cap hit this year is 16 million.
16.
16. Joe Thuney 16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was
And
gonna say
then
that
what
don't
was
Oh,
sound
good.
Jonah?
right.
Jonah
That's
was what
good.
18 because
Yeah,
he got the bone. He got the
they're probably gonna restructure some people to lower their
yeah
cap hits.
yeah yeah. They may, you know what I'm saying, and who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
But yeah,
It's
that
too early.
we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's not even finalized yet because it's not March 12th. So
Yeah, this is just
knock on wood. Hope none of them fail a physical. Knock on wood.
I'm
But
telling you, man. Y'all know who I want. I want that boy from the Eagles. That's what I want. I want that.
Milton
That's
Williams.
who I want.
You
yeah.
talking about Milton Williams?
Yeah, that's
Well,
who I want.
but if they sign him, shoot, what they
Oh,
got?
God.
So right now they got 40, 43,
5. They got about 45.
45
Oof.
million. Dang,
Hey, that's gonna be a little tough, pricey.
that's gonna
I
be
don't
tough,
know.
man. Because Milton want what? What is his market? 20,
Uh,
18 to 20, I
I think
think.
it's like 15.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
Then you drop to 25, and you still gotta save some money for your draft picks.
Yeah. They gotta save some money for draft picks. Um, man, I don't know, man. I don't know
I'd rather go this
because it
route.
depends on who they cut and who they keep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So we'll know more. Obviously, we'll know more closer to the draft. As the closer we get to the draft, we'll know for sure what it's sort of looking like. Because
yeah.
obviously, we all know they can be like, oh, they're gonna be over the cap, and then come August they'll restructure somebody's deal, and
Right. They'll restructure and they'll be below the cap.
We
it's
So
know
kind of hard to predict it. You know what
we
I'm
know
saying?
Sanborn going, which is hey. At least
I
yo,
mean,
don't do
and we
that.
talked about this
He trying to
yesterday.
get
I
me to
mean,
cry today,
I
y'all.
don't think, and honestly, I don't think Sanborn's gone because he can't play. I just think they know he ain't gonna get. He not starting.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like they can find somebody better than him.
well, I mean,
Don't
and
do
plus,
that. He trying to
but
get me to
I
cry,
don't,
Julius.
I don't
This
want to
ain't
say that. I
fair.
don't want to say that.
Actually,
I don't
again,
want
He's
to say
trying to
it's
get me
somebody
to cry,
better.
Julius.
I want to
or
say Jack.
maybe he just don't fit like the criteria of what I mean
I don't
measurements
think.
and other
Yeah, I
stuff
think
like that.
that may be it, or they want to give him an opportunity to go somewhere else and start. Because guess what? It's plenty of teams that need a linebacker.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? So it's some teams that need a guy that can come in and start. I don't know. Like I'm just throwing a team out there. Carolina, do they got good linebackers?
No. They got the only good linebacker they got is Joey Jewell.
Yeah. So
I
he
know the
could go
Packers.
there and start. You know what I'm saying? Because
They
like being serious. Like I know you just trolling, but he's really good, man. Jack ain't no bum. Like he ain't no bum. And guess what? If Philly loses Bond, guess who can go to Philly?
He can.
Because Bond
I
got
heard,
because Bond
You're
might out
hating.
I heard
You're
the
Bond
Packers.
hating
might
Zay
outprice
bad.
him. Man.
I
He
heard the
might
You're
outprice
Packers.
hating bad, Zay.
No, I seriously heard the Packers. They were looking at trying to get him as like a death piece, but
Who?
Jack Sanborn, that's who they want.
No. Jack's smarter than that.
if
He
they
wouldn't
get
do
him, that means they about to had enough of Quay Walker. That's
I want him to go to the Packers.
Jack
So that he
Jack
can run
Jack
the
wouldn't
ball.
do that to
So
me.
he can run the
Jack wouldn't
ball
do that
right
to me.
at freaking Jack Sanborn.
Jack wouldn't do that to me. Don't do that.
yeah.
Knock
Don't
Jack
even talk
on
crazy
I
like
hope
that.
he don't. I hope he don't go there.
Jack is from Lake Zurich and grew up in Bear State. I don't think he'd do that.
Yeah.
I
Jack,
don't think he'd do that.
Jack Sanborn is out of there. Let me stop.
I don't think he'd do that. Like unless he has some sort of grudge against Ryan Poles, I don't think he'd do that.
And
Yeah.
we still got Cairo on the team, which is music to my ears.
Cut Cairo. Cairo should be next.
Woo-wee!
No.
They
Yo,
should trade. They
See,
should
I was
trade
just
for Michael
my
Badgley.
God.
Michael
Cairo
no,
can
Badgley
keep for
no,
worked under Ben
55.
no.
Johnson.
See,
Michael
Cairo
I
can keep
just
for
Badgley.
had your
55.
back.
Michael
I just had your
Badgley.
back, sis.
The
Now
Honey
you do me
Badger
like
worked with Ben Johnson. Trade for the Honey. Actually, signed the Honey Badger and cut Cairo. That's what I
Cairo can
say.
kick for 55.
He
see,
can kick
see.
past 55.
I just
Unlike
had
some.
I
Unlike
just
He
had
made
your
that
some.
back.
game. He
I
made
had your
that
back.
game when it came from past.
Unlike some, he
Credits
can
to
kick
my boy
past
Cairo.
55.
Let's go, man.
Unlike some, he
See
can kick
whatever
past
haters say.
55.
It's the
Get the
Cairo
Honey
show.
Badger in there. Don't
It's the
play.
Cairo show.
Whatever, man. We ain't
Yeah,
worried about
yeah,
that.
he can kick
We ain't
past
worried about that.
55,
We'll
unlike
see.
some.
We'll see.
You saw the video clips I sent y'all. Don't do that.
It don't mean.
Oh,
First of all, we
the,
don't know what can happen.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Exactly.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Exactly.
That's all right. You keep. We'll
Until I
see.
see Cairo kick past 55, I'm a troll forever.
I mean, if he does this year, you know, I'm immediately coming to troll you.
Yeah,
Just let
you
you
ain't
know that
finna
right
troll
now.
me because he ain't finna do it because he can't.
If he
He
does,
knows he
I'm
can't.
coming to troll you.
He knows he
You know,
can't. We could have
know
won.
that.
We could have won against Seattle. Could he kick a 58-yarder? But they know he can't. So
I mean, even though a gas can kick
How
that
we
far,
know
they
what?
still
How we
miss.
know it wasn't on him?
Ooh,
what do you mean it wasn't
And
on
how
him?
many?
His
And
career long is
first of all,
55.
what kicker has kicked a 60-yarder in Soldier Field in December?
uh-oh.
What are you talking? Robbie Gold didn't he?
Now that's a
Robbie
good
Gold
No, he
didn't
did
he?
question.
not. No, he
Now
did not.
that's a
No,
ain't nobody
no,
doing that in
hell
Green
no.
Bay
Robbie
either.
Gold did.
Nobody.
It wasn't a
No,
60-yarder. I said 58,
it
not
don't matter.
60.
Damn, that's 60
58.
yards.
That's still his
But
point.
58.
guess what?
Don't do
It,
that.
Julius,
but
Julius.
hold on. What won that night, Wendy? Hello. It
No,
was. Yes,
no, it
it was.
wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Julius,
It was
No, it
cold
was
that night.
not.
Julius.
Yes,
Here's
it
the mic
was.
drop
It
moment.
was cold that night.
And Jason Myers still bombed a 55 plus yarder.
Robbie
So what are you
Gold
He
talking
himself.
about?
55.
Robbie
55.
Gold
I
himself
said,
barely made
damn,
a
it's
freaking
60.
58 yard
What?
freaking
What'd you
Green
say?
Bay.
I said it wasn't. It was close to 6. It would have been close to 60. I said
Okay.
who in Soldier Field to kick
Jason
60
Myers
yards?
kicked a bomb from 50 plus
All
that
right.
night.
Robbie Gold's
I don't want
long
to
is
hear that.
58. Robbie Gold's career long is 58.
Exactly. And Kairos is what? 55. Exactly
That's
my point.
3 yards. What are you talking about?
The three he can't kick them 3 yards. That's why he ain't go out there. You know he can't. You know he can't. His career long's 55 for a reason.
Hey, we don't need him to
We
kick
don't
50
Don't
know the
do that.
reason. We don't
freaking
know the reason. You just
55
Yeah,
right
we
now.
speculating.
I
do.
don't need
He
him to
don't
You
do
just
got a
it.
strong
speculating.
leg. He never has.
I know.
You just
I need a
speculating.
guy that's efficient. He's efficient right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah,
lot of
Jay
those
Bates was
kickers that
efficient too.
a lot of those kickers that we say that guy can kick far. What happens in game time moments? A bunch of them be
Uh,
missing.
Ask Cam Little how
Justin,
that 19 to
Justin
21
Tucker.
season worked for him with a
Justin
career long
Tucker.
of
the
59.
Bengals,
He's all them
well,
With
the
a
darn.
Bengals
career
are
long of 59.
the Bengals are releasing Sam Hubbard.
Oh yeah,
Who?
we gotta get him.
Sam Hubbard is getting released by the Bengals.
Yes.
We gotta get him.
Yes.
We
Yes.
gotta get
Jump
him.
on that. Jump on that, bro.
Yeah, they just released it. They just announced it.
Jump on that. Bears got to jump on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see
But
what he's.
don't even play me, bro. Like Cam Little just y'all saw the clip. I sent you the clip. 59 yards.
That man's a
Rookie,
rookie.
bro.
That don't mean nothing.
Only missed 2 kicks the whole year.
That's
Better
his
than
first
Cairo.
year. That's his
Better than
first year.
Cairo. That's
His
better
first
than
year.
Cairo.
That's his first year. So
Better than
what
Cairo.
that mean? What that mean? It's his first
Better
year.
than
So what?
Cairo. He was kicking like that in college
It's his first
and
year in the
translated right
NFL.
into the NFL.
So what happened with our boy?
Ain't
What happened
missed
with
a
our boy
PAT
Jack?
either. Didn't miss a
What happened with our
PAT either. And they
what
scooped the
happened with our boy
PATs
Moody?
back in the
What happened with our
NFL.
what
They
happened with our
scooped the
boy Moody?
PATs
That's
back
What
in
happened
the
with our boy
Tom
Moody?
Brady, Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes, and now Caleb Williams.
Okay.
What
Like,
happened with our boy Jack Moody?
bro, they moved the PAT line back at the 33-yard line. Didn't miss a PAT either. Good for
What happened,
freaking Cam
what
Little,
happened with our
bro.
boy Moody though?
All right, good for Cam Little.
Yeah, what happened to Moody?
Yeah,
What do you
Five
mean
you
what
don't,
kicks
you
happened
don't
to
want to
Moody?
say it. You don't want to say it.
What do you mean happened to Moody?
Five
You
freaking
know what
kicks that
happened
they
to him.
missed.
That man.
He was shaky in college. He had one good season
No,
in
he
college.
wasn't. Nah, see,
Yeah,
see,
look at his
that,
first
that,
year in college. He kicked like 77%. Look it
that ain't got
up.
nothing. That's
Look it
1
up,
year.
bro.
That's 1 year.
Don't even
But he
do
was
that.
solid for the next 3 years though.
You know he
He,
wasn't, dog. No, he was not.
Jake Moody wasn't solid for the. See,
Look it up. No, he wasn't.
all right, y'all. We finna get off here because Elise is really
No,
capping right
hold on.
now.
I'm about to read it. Hold on. Don't do that.
She's really capping right now.
I'm
So
not capping right now.
she's
You're out of
capping.
your vibe, bro. I'm not capping right now.
Yeah.
Let me.
You
I'm
see,
about
see
to
what I'm
pull it
saying,
up.
Jay? See
Let
what
me
I'm
pull
saying,
the
Jay?
stats
See?
up.
It's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying?
Let me pull the
You know what I'm
stats
saying?
up right now.
People just out here
I'm about to put
just hating on Cairo for
NCAA.
no reason.
You know,
Hating on
Cairo
him.
for no reason.
Oh, man.
2019.
I stuck up for Jack. And then
Hold
he
on.
just
I got it right here.
He's been the
2019,
best
6
kicker.
to 9. That's 66.7%.
He's been the best
Okay.
kicker in the Bears
2020,
since Robbie Gold.
1 of 4. That's 25%. That's back-to-back years, mind you.
What's the farthest Robbie Gold has ever kicked?
58.
58.
That's see, Elise. That's and what's wrong with kicking?
58. That's past 55.
What's
That is
wrong with
past
kicking at
55.
There's
Don't do
nothing
that.
wrong with that.
That's
How
past
often?
55.
And Robbie missed a lot of long kicks too.
No, he ain't, bro. Don't do that.
It's not easy to make a freaking 58
Don't
yard
do
kick
that.
at Lambeau Field inside Chicago.
Don't do that, bro.
Especially with
Jason
with
Hansen
the
had
weather.
no problems.
It's not easy.
Okay. Jason
Danny
Hansen didn't have any
McCray.
problems doing that.
So why did Green Bay move off their kicker after he had a good season the year before?
Who are you talking about?
You're
The boy,
Green Bay.
he,
Why
he's
did they sign my man halfway, damn near halfway through the season? Because their
Who
other
are you
kicker,
talking about?
you talking about the dude
Green
who lost
Bay's kicker, did they?
lost his
Brandon
little
McManus?
stuff. No,
He
no,
No,
just
no.
got an extension.
before him,
Carl Lawson.
before him, they signed McManus because their other guy was trash to start the season off.
Who?
So it's the
Green
Raiders
Bay.
kicker. It's
Are you
his
talking
brother.
about Anders Carlson?
Yeah,
I guess I don't know. I don't know this
He
kicker.
sucked his rookie year. He was never good.
but that goes
He
to
was
our
better.
point.
He was better than his first. He was better than he
No, he
started off.
wasn't. That's why he got. That's why they gave him the
That helped
cookie
our
clip.
point.
No, he wasn't.
That helped our point. Jake Moody, Carson,
I'm been
that
looking up right now.
freaking it pushes over to our freaking point. The Georgia boy that was drafted a couple of years early, all of them boys then flamed out because guess what? It has a lot to do with this up here. That mental game is serious. It's
Yeah.
real.
Well. I'm
It's
sorry.
serious,
You know what it is? I got spoiled with good
Wait,
kickers.
what'd you say? Hold on, time out. You said Anders. You said Carlson
Carlson.
was
That was the
terrible.
kicker
They
before
was
him, right?
bad.
Yep, it was
Yeah.
Carson.
Okay.
His last name was
Okay.
Carson.
So hold on, I'm looking at
His brother he plays for the Raiders. He's the
I
kicker.
know who his brother is. His brother's Daniels Carlson.
Yeah, he's actually
He
freaking good.
started off with
Unlike his
Minnesota.
freaking
He
brother.
started off with Minnesota. I know who his brother is. Started off
But
with Minnesota.
you said he started off in Minnesota. Now he's on a freaking Vegas. He's on Vegas right now.
Yeah. He
But that
been
goal,
after so
oh my
he
god!
got cut by Minnesota and has been with Vegas ever since.
But that goes to our point. You can
Oh, it
find a
don't.
freaking kicker in free like you. It's more prone to find a undrafted kicker, a kicker that was released somewhere else, than it is to draft the kicker and hit him.
Detroit
Yeah, he
got theirs
missed
off the
six.
freaking couch. He was
Carlson missed
selling
six
bricks.
kicks. He missed 6 kicks the first year, and he missed a lot of extra points. He missed 5 extra points, and he missed 2 field
Exactly.
goals.
He wasn't
But
good, bro.
but last year he missed 3 extra points. He missed 2 field goals. So he got
Yeah,
back.
with the Jets, right? He was with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Jake Bates was freaking selling bricks, bro. That man came off the couch.
Who? Jake
Jake
Bates.
Bates.
I mean, that's congratulations to Jake, man.
He
Hey,
was selling
dedication.
bricks, man.
They did
Got
miss
this
2
man
kicks
off
against
the
the Bears.
couch.
Congratulations.
2 kicks against the
And
Bears.
off the couch. That man off the couch, okay? You can get dudes off the couch that can kick better than Cairo, bro. That's my point.
No, I don't
Detroit
think
just showed you that.
no.
We'll see. So the
What?
Bengals cut Sam Hubbard.
Yep.
And he's retiring.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, not it's right here. It's on Adam Schefter.
So he must
after
have
he got retired, he said
he must have
retiring.
asked to get cut then.
Or they knew he was retiring.
Or they knew. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're releasing Gardner Minshew.
He said he's moving on from his playing career in the NFL, entering the next chapter in my life.
Wow.
And he said to play my entire career in one uniform is incredibly special to me, and I'm a Bengal for life. Always have been, always will be. Sam Hubbard, 94, the Cincinnati kid. Because he much stuff together.
29.
Yeah.
He's 29. Wow.
Yeah, he said he done. So, okay, that makes sense. So they released him because he's retiring.
Wow.
Save some money.
That's insane.
Well, he ain't getting picked up by nobody. So y'all just all them Sam Hubbard dreams.
Hey guys, how would y'all feel about like Gardner Minshew as a backup to Caleb? Like they say they're
I
releasing
want Bridgewater.
You said they're releasing who?
The Gardner Minshew.
I like him, but I want Bridgewater.
I think Bridgewater goes back to high school.
Yeah, I think he goes high school or they bring him back to Detroit.
Or they bring him back. Like
yeah, all right, man.
As a backup. I'm talking about as a backup.
Yeah, because if
like he's still only 28 too, so like he's 28.
He can operate the offense if they do something similar to what they did in Detroit.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Gardner could be a good voice in the room.
Yeah, no,
he's obviously he wouldn't be the starter, but like he's 28. He's seen a lot. He can kind of, be that veteran voice in the quarterback room. I don't think
Mm.
it would hurt.
No, I think it would be solid. I think it would be
Gardner
solid.
for cheap, he could be the backup or the quarterback three, which I still think I still think they end up trading Tyson or something
We
and
gonna
give him
see.
a better opportunity somewhere else.
We gonna see. 'Cause we don't know. Hey, he might. Ben might love him. We don't know. That
Yeah, we'll see.
he might love him. He might actually go in and
He'll be like, you
we'll
can
see.
teach the class. I still
Right?
think
Because
they
I
need
mean,
some sort of vet though. I do think they still need some sort of vet in there though.
yeah. I'm sure Ben and JT gotta get together and talk about it. Cause
Yeah. Like I still think that would be good for them is to get some sort of like even if they're just like the quarterback three, just a voice, right?
yeah,
That can be in the room. Because our quarterback room last year was like the youngest in the league.
it was.
Like, because Caleb was 23 and Baja was 24. So,
Yeah, they got. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
and again, I'm not even shot sliding anything at Baja.
Mhm.
I think he's a good backup, but to someone to kind of be like that voice in Caleb's ear that's seen everything and done everything, that Bajan isn't that.
No, no, Beijing is a solid backup though. But
Yeah,
again, we'll see, man. Because
we'll see.
because the
I don't think
coaching.
they're done.
I think the coach makes a big difference, and obviously we know Ben and JT are solid. So I'm not saying that Shane and and Thomas and Kerry weren't. I'm just saying like knowing that Ben has more, we'll say, creative control. I think we'll see. Um, well, obviously we're gonna see better play from Caleb. I think, and I think
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
we'll all feel more comfortable if, let's say, if Tyson is the backup, I would feel more comfortable with Tyson come in because at least I feel comfortable with Ben Johnson and JT Barrett coaching
Oh
them. And
yeah,
knowing that
yeah.
they
I
have the
I
creative
would
control
be
they
I
have.
would be very I would be very comfortable with Tyson as a backup. But like like we said, we don't know what Ben and JT will decide. But if they do bring like let's say they do bring someone like hypothetically Teddy Bridgewater and he just comes over from Detroit, right? I
Yeah.
wouldn't hate that either because Teddy knows the system, right? He
Hmm.
knows the system.
Hmm.
He'd be able to help Caleb with the system, things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't hate that either if Teddy said, you know what, yeah, I'll just sign here and I can be that guy that can help teach Tyson and Caleb the system.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that's good. So, all right, y'all. Well, it's a good show,
And he
man.
doesn't even have to play. He could just he
He
could be
don't.
the
He does
basic
not.
semi coach on the sideline.
He does not, man. So we appreciate y'all who tuned in, man. Let y'all get back to y'all day. We always
Right.
try to pick and choose when we gonna come on. This is obviously a big signing because the guy's 2-time All Pro, four-time Super Bowl champion. He's blocked for Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, so he's solid.
Right.
Jonah
Four times
Jackson,
you don't just be a four-time champion and for
I
no
don't know
reason.
if it is. At
That
least
man's solid.
before anybody else was talking about Jonah Jackson, she was selling. She's been talking to us about it. We've been talking about it in our group thread. Isaiah is shaking his head because we've been talking about Jonah Jackson for the last 2-3 weeks. It has.
February
All
19th,
right,
I pulled the
all right,
receipts, y'all. I
yeah.
called it. Pulled
So
the
she's been
receipts.
talking about it. Yeah, and it's funny because when it happened, everybody's like, "Yeah." Zay was like, "Yeah, you called it."
Called
But
it, man.
here's the thing about it: like we talked about why he would be good because he knows Ben, he
Right, and
knows
that's what I'm
part of the
saying.
system, and
He could
he's
teach
flexible.
the people there the system.
Yeah. So again,
Like,
and
and
yeah.
all he has to do in my eyes, is just be decent.
Hmm.
He doesn't have to be all pro or Pro Bowl or none of that. If he could get back to what he was in Detroit, that's a win.
Hmm.
That's a literal win. Because he wasn't bad with Detroit. He was solid. If he
Yeah.
could go back to being solid, that's a win.
That's all they got to do.
That's
And
all he got to
sometimes,
do.
sometimes the
And
system
stay
just don't work
healthy.
for you. Sometimes
And
it just
stay
don't work
healthy,
for you.
right? So
Mhm.
that like maybe Ben is the best version for him. It's the best teacher for
Yep.
Jonah, right?
Yep.
You know,
Just
some
look at
people
look. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say some people they only thrive under one kind of system or one kind of coach. Maybe that's Jonah, right? We don't know.
I mean, hey, look at it, man. We get. I don't know why it dude popped in my head, but Charles Leno. There's a lot of y'all hated that man. He went to Washington, was solid. If he don't get hurt, he's still playing. Like it's not.
Right.
He was solid before he got hurt. Both, you know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying.
and
Like
he
I
played better there than he
and
ever played here. So
right. And even I forget which one of the reporters it was, but they said what basically I said. It was never dip in production for Jonah what the Bears saw. The Bears saw someone who was injured and battled through injuries, but they still think he could be that guy he was in Detroit, and he still can be. And I think Ben was a big part of that and a big reason for that. And I think Ben still thinks he can be that guy that he was in Detroit. So I trust Ben.
and
When it
again,
comes to Jonah Jackson, I
you
trust
gotta
Ben. I
you
don't
gotta
think Ben would advocate for Jonah Jackson if he didn't think he could still get the best out of Jonah Jackson.
yeah. And you gotta remember, we got that really good offensive line coach.
Yeah,
Right.
Dan Rochar.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, because I saw a lot of people were like, well, Sean McVay didn't want him. So what's that tell you? I'm like, they didn't
yeah,
have a spot for him. I don't think it wasn't that they didn't
Got
want him.
hurt.
They didn't have a spot for him. And like I said, I trust Ben. I don't think Ben would have advocated for Jonah Jackson if he didn't feel like he still couldn't get something out of Jonah Jackson. I really believe that. I don't think he would have advocated for Jonah Jackson if he believed he couldn't get something out of him.
mm,
So I think he still believes he can still get solid slash all very fringe all
mm,
pro production from him. And so okay, we'll see. We'll
yeah,
see.
I'll tell you
yeah.
this. Uh,
Go ahead, Zay.
and I'll tell you this. For all those people out there that keep trying to think we're gonna take a running back at 10, I got something for you. Put this finger up and we're gonna slit it right across your neck because it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So cut the nonsense out.
Yeah, man.
Better cut it out.
I don't know. Are we doing something Monday or are we waiting till Wednesday? Well, technically Monday's the legal tampering period. That's when it
I don't know,
starts.
man. We'll talk
Technically,
about it because
we'll talk about it.
yeah, because Monday, I don't know. We'll
Because
talk about it.
Wednesday's when it becomes official, but Monday is when it's like starts the legal tampering period.
Right, right. Maybe you know what? Maybe we'll do Wednesday because
Wednesday. Yep.
everything will be
Yeah,
official. And
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I think we'll wait till
yeah,
Wednesday
we'll
when
do it
everything's
Wednesday. So
official,
yeah,
and we can talk about all the big signings and stuff.
yeah. Because Wednesday, yeah, it just seems better to do it Wednesday because yeah, it'll be official. It's not just
Yeah,
oh, this person is in agreement, and then next you know he.
right, because like you said, you got to pass a physical and everything's got to get approved by the league, all that, blah,
Mhm.
blah,
So
blah.
we'll wait. We'll wait till Wednesday. Everything we'll start seeing it, and we'll definitely see what happens with this QB market, man.
Man,
See what Sam Darnold does because he
because if
basically
Sam Darnold, if the rumors are true and they're working on an agreement with Sam to come back to Minnesota,
mhm.
yo, that's gonna balloon that
Just
makes
all
oh
I'm gonna say
damn.
is somebody y'all that a lot of y'all hate. Watch
He's
what the
gonna be
Raiders.
the
Watch
number
what the
one
Raiders do.
quarterback on the market if
Watch
Sam
what the
Darnold
Raiders do.
re-signs
I'm just
with
telling y'all this
Minnesota.
right now. Watch what the Raiders do. Just saying. I don't think Aaron
Raiders.
Rodgers goes to the Raiders. I don't think he does.
I
I
think
hope
Aaron Rodgers
I
goes to
want
the
him to
Giants.
retire.
I still think Rodgers retires. I don't know. I just got this
If you
hunch
go to
that
the
he
Giants, we're
retires.
gonna play against them this
That
year.
man is like
Yeah.
42. I
He
feel
need to
like he
retire, man.
retires.
It's over with. It's over with. Just go on
But
ahead.
if he does come back, it'll be his last year, and he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. Going to the Giants isn't going out in a blaze of glory, but okay,
Right. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
we'll
so
see.
we'll come back on Wednesday. We'll chop it up Wednesday. See what's going on. See what the Bears have done, obviously, and then we'll see what everybody else is doing around the NFL. Hopefully, we'll have some serious things. But if anything, like if the Bears do something even crazier, or we see something like something that's really big news, we'll get on.
Like today,
Like if somebody trades for Miles Garrett,
All
like if
pro
the Bears
guard.
right,
trade for
right.
Miles Garrett, then
If
we'll
All
something
pro
big
guard, you're going to
happens,
say.
right,
if something
yo,
big happens like this Joe Cheney trade, we'll be
yeah,
back on.
right. This is yeah. We had to come on for this.
Right.
Jonas
This
Jackson.
was like a big deal, like an all pro player. Yeah,
Yeah, no
you know we
disrespect to
had to.
Jonah, but yeah, Joe
You know
Tooney.
we had to crack on
Yeah,
an emergency pod for that. That was insane.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And we'll see y'all next week. Unless something crazy happens.
Right, unless something crazy happens.
Peace out,
Peace.
y'all.